I have Audacity open anywhere. Did it close? It must have closed.
It didn't like our conversation.
It did not enjoy it.
No.
It also was very upset with the so-called ghost ship.
Mm-hmm. It recognized the smell for some reason.
Yeah, it smelled like those trees.
The Bradford pear.
That's what they are. Oh my god.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your Loremaster, Jeff, and with me tonight is Jayme.
Hi, I'm mean, Jayme. I was mean to Jeff. Ooh.
Kristy.
Hello.
Ash.
Hi, I'm Mean Ash. You can't tell me apart from the other Ash, except I'm not quite as nice.
And AJ.
Hi, I'm stupid AJ. I'm just like the other one, but I admit it.
Oh no!
I wanted the smart one.
No brain cells here.
Okay. Last time we were faced with certain destruction. Crunch got left at the altar and had to swim back up and tell his friends the bad news that Water Dancer and Wazara Tama left through the airlock, and he was unable to pursue because the guy teleported. So, Crunch, did you get all the way back up to the group to talk to them?
I mean, we could have just had that happen in between episodes. I would have gone up.
Okay,
unless something would have killed me halfway through.
So, yeah, you climb up the sides.
Yeah.
And get into the office. And, yeah, the ceiling looks a lot closer than it used to, and it's all like girders and dirt and stuff trickling down everywhere, and creaky, awful noises. And yeah, Crunch arrives, everybody.
Hi,
It's Crunch.
It's Crunch. Hello, everyone. Bad news. Mildly double-crossed and now trapped here. How's things topside?
Irradiated.
Pretty sure just as bad.
Come on, guys, we can do this. We got it. We'll figure it out.
Well, there goes Mean Ash.
This is Mean Ash.
Dr. Danlo Grace says, Ambassador, would you be able to take us one at a time through this airlock?
Is she referring to the airlock down below that got sealed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no. Well, unfortunately, Water Dancer and was it Lazar?
Wazar Atama.
Yeah.
Lasagna Atomic. They
Just say wizard wrong.
No, lasagna tonic's pretty good.
Lasagna tonic is very good. And I would never take that away from you.
They dashed through the doors and then through some kind of mechanical trickery, they shut them very rapidly behind them. There was nothing I could do. Total double cross on their part. Real party foul. I'm afraid we may be, in fact, doomed.
Nah, we'll figure it out. We always do. Come on, we're that group with the name that we never came up with, but we're those guys.
I think those guys is the name.
Ely Tarun says, could we go down the lift shaft and use the ladder to work our way down?
Is there much room further down, or are we... Is that...
Right now you're at floor 22. The water level's at about 25, and that's 20 floors down to the bottom. And then you've got about 200 yards parallel, or rather horizontal, till you get to the airlock device, which then takes a little while to open and then close and whatnot.
Theoretical possibility.
Look, if light wasn't my dump stat, Alecto would point out that water does absorb radioactivity. So getting below the water level would be great. But I can't say that because Alecto's a dum-dum.
Are the comms working at all?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Except between you guys with your oak leaf pins.
So not like to Raya.
No, Raya
Okay.
sort of went off comms right before the blast.
Gotcha. Okay. So the main concern with going down into the water is that we will still all die. Because apparently it is just a trap.
Well, as traps go, Dr. Danlo Grace says, this one appears to be working.
I'm not talking to you.
She raises an eyebrow, smirks, and leans back against the wall.
Could I maybe punch a hole through the airlock? Or somehow pull it off its hinges?
Crunch could have done that.
They don't need to know
Crunch!
that.
I think the idea was to not damage the airlock, or else it would flood whatever's past it as
Yeah.
well.
Right.
Or just
okay.
prevent the other side of it from opening.
Nerds.
How large is the airlock? How many people can fit inside? Did you get a look?
At least 2, because both those double crossers were in it.
You didn't get a good look, but according to the schematics, it's large enough for... It's like the size of a small cargo truck. Maybe 35 feet long, 20 feet on a side, or 15 feet on a side. This is big enough to get the drill in and out.
Gotcha. So everybody would be able to fit.
Yeah.
So if we do... Actually, she doesn't want to talk about this in front of...
Danlo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So... I don't know, do you guys want to move out into the hallway or something?
Yeah, we can have a little scrum, a little sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You
Yeah.
step out onto the balcony and shut the door. Or you could send them out, I guess.
Yeah.
Man.
So if we do go down into the airlock, I think we would all need to be prepared to immediately defend ourselves.
That's not a problem. We can also use Dr. Danlo's intestines as a breathing hose. Those things stretch for miles, I've heard.
Now, this is an idea I'm willing to entertain.
We've done grosser things in this adventure so far.
Oh, much grosser.
It is possible. It would be better if we could dry them out first. Get them nice
Yeah.
and leathery.
Yeah, well, time and everything.
However, my only question is if we do go all the way down into the water, let's say we escape that way, we are still dealing with an irradiated surface. So we fight our way out through the water. And for what? To escape back out onto radiation above?
Well, it apparently mean Pam is out there waiting for us or something too, right?
That is my assumption.
I'm
yes.
willing to bet she has some sort of anti-rad suit or something.
Probably.
Do we have literally anything for that? Is there, like... Scientists were irradiating these poor people for fucking... I don't even know how long.
Oh, that the radiation is a new phenomenon. It was just introduced.
From the atomic bomb above. I don't think they were doing more physical experiments on people.
I don't know how Homie was that jacked without being irradiated by something.
Well, I did give everybody except Dr. Danlow anti-rads. Oh, she'll give Crunch some anti-rads. I don't remember if he got them or not.
Oh, well,
But
thank you.
Dr. Danlow got some saline.
So we,
She's going to be Dr. Dan Glow.
yes. First of all, Keziah, bravo, thank you for putting her with saline instead of the actual shit, because I don't trust her. Second, if we're all like anti-ratted, why are we worried about the radiation?
I don't know, Jeff, how good are anti-rad meds in this game?
It's sort of like you have a couple hours to get to a med bay to go through the full like healing protocol. Gale could probably heal you here and there, but it's so basically you just need to get out of the exposure area.
All right.
Like out of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Your scans tell you is probably a half a mile from the point of impact. Will probably be safe.
I got a quick out of character question just because it's been a while. So didn't we have like a ship that we flew here? And then I forget how far away we parked. And then I seem to recall like Raya took us in like some kind of like dune buggy thing to the prison. So do we have any reason to believe that we have a ship somewhere up above? Or was she...
You have the Slamma Jamma shuttle is on the surface, and then the main ship is in orbit.
If we made it to the surface, could anyone contact the main ship? Do we have that ability?
Yeah, you could do that, assuming its systems are well hardened, so it's probably fine.
We'll be like,
Yeah,
hey,
no, I
down
think once
here.
we get out of this area, then our comms should be working normally again, so we can probably contact anyone we want once we're outside. I have a fun question. Actually, I should ask this out of character because I can't remember. Did we find out fuck all about Pete?
No.
No.
Didn't you find his empty cell?
We did find his empty cell.
Yeah. That's all you found.
Tell us it was his cell, though?
There was Lunari DNA. So
That doesn't tell us it's
That
his
doesn't
cell,
doesn't tell us it's his cell.
I leave that stuff everywhere I go. Like,
I remember distinctly having a moment at the end of one episode being like, oh shit, he actually is in a different place.
Yeah, I do
And
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That was
we
the
were
impression I
doing
got.
the PDs at another castle joke. So
I just wanted to confirm that before I started, like, saying, okay, let's just fucking get the hell out.
Yeah, all the occupied cells were opened and the cameras watched, and nobody seems to be in any other cells.
All right. So, I think it's pretty clear PD's not here at this point. If the goal right now is getting out as quickly as possible, then what, we have about like 2 hours on these anti-rad medications. We can find the quickest route out. If anyone needs heals along the way, I'm about at half capacity for my magic right now, but I can give out heals as needed until we can get to a safe place where we can actually irradiate. Or de-radiate, whichever one. That.
Does Keziah have any additional like booster shots of anti-rads?
I mean, yeah, like non-mechanically, like that's what you'll be giving out as you go. But yeah, to heal, I'll say like you won't get back any vitality by resting until you've cleansed your systems with some technobabble. Dialysis, maybe. Something like that.
That's a different thing, but okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's space dialysis.
Yeah. Gene cleaning.
Yeah.
Goes ding when stuff.
Chromosomal scrubbers.
Chromosomal scrubbers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna have absolutely nothing to do with the rest of this episode, but I want it to be the title.
Yeah.
Well, look, I may be just slightly smarter than Space Forrest Gump, but I feel like there's only one option, and that is to try to somehow get through the airlock. And then we're just going to have to roll with whatever comes after that, because we don't seem to have any other viable escapes.
I agree. At this point, we have to take whatever options we have, and it seems like that's the most viable one.
So you're voting to go down through the water?
Unless there's another option.
Can we go up the elevator shaft?
We do have...
Looking up, you see that the floors have come down like to a massive garbage, basically, about maybe 10 floors up, and your escape is like well past that, the access hatch to the surface, so you're pretty boxed in.
You know, I think our original escape plan is kind of out of commission. It's going to be an unknown whether going up or down, and I think we know more about under than we do about over.
Crunch, do you have any thoughts?
Well, in my mech suit, I'm quite heavy. If everyone like kind of group hugs, I could always pull you all down there right quick. I'm a little concerned about the actress missing an arm. I mean, I think we should bring her.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're gonna bring people.
Okay. Yes. Once we get down there, how are we going to quickly get through this door before most of you drown?
Theoretically.
Well, if I may just jump in, Crunch, you saw all the steps that she took.
Oh,
The only thing you missed was the emergency shutdown code she put in on the inside of the airlock.
okay.
So you could repeat her process, but if she like double locked it or something, that would slow things down.
Oh, don't worry, everyone. I remember how to open the door.
And the door is also big enough for this drill to go in, right? So it's not like a person.
Oh, yeah, it's
door.
like 15 feet on the side.
Okay. Theoretically, I could make, say, a sphere, and we could all be inside the sphere. So there would be less of a need for everyone to be able to hold their breath as you go down. Possibly less of a worry that anybody would not be able to hang on. And then we could all go in at the same time. You could press the sphere up against the door, and I could open the sphere.
That is an excellent idea, Doctor.
Sort of like a thing I saw once called a hamster ball.
You said it right as I was typing it. You said it right as I was typing it.
Any more planning before you drop?
I mean, other than what Keziah said about, hey, everyone be prepared to fight and defend yourself. We're gonna have a shield, but it's still gonna be rough.
You going back inside to talk to the others?
Sure. Are they still there?
Yeah, they're still there.
We can unconvene.
Kolar is sort of like between Tarun and Danlo Grace, just kind of eyeing them, making sure neither one pulls some shenanigans. And he's like, hey, did you figure out how we're going to breathe down there?
Well, first we're going to take Dr. Danlo's innards. Wait, no, that was the plan. We switched the plan.
We did,
That's
but I
plan
liked it.
B. That's plan B.
Are there any additional, like, breathing apparatus things in here?
Not on this floor. If somebody wants to roll me a science check, anybody got a science roll? A light check? They could maybe come up with...
Biology, does that
What
count?
are my skills?
No, this is going to be like a fluid dynamics, engineering.
Under light skills, I have investigation. Would that help me investigate the room for apparati?
Yeah, you could investigate nearby floors for possible parts you could use in your effort.
Ooh, that is a good fucking roll.
I'm just going to roll a straight light check because I could always roll a 10 and then another 10. You never know. I did not. I'm just going to stare menacingly at Dr. Danlo. And do the fist in the palm.
Kolar's like, if we had some extra breathing masks, we could create a sort of like joint hose and run it through the mech's oxygen recombinator.
Does a 21 get me a breathing mask?
Yeah, you find a stack of them in a box on like a couple floors up.
I had an 18. Does that get her any more? Like if I'm assisting?
You realize that there'd be a bottleneck in his system that getting the oxygen to go all the way down to a small amount with multiple hoses. There's a lot of chances for that to go wrong and catastrophically fail. And you'll only have so much oxygen in your bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So if any part of that system went down, that could be problematic. But then Dr. Danlo Grace says, actually, if you and she reaches out for somebody's pad or anything like that, and finally
I slap her hands away.
Finally, Kolar produces a little whiteboard holographic bullshit, and she starts doing all these calculations, and she says, could you give a demonstration on how your force field works? I'd like to see if my idea might have legs, but I need to test it.
Oh God! How's Keziah gonna weaponize this force field? I'll give you a demonstration.
Or she put a force field deep inside her brain.
Does she have the potential to create a vacuum?
And slowly expand the force field.
I was thinking more like a choking pear. Put
There
in
you
her
go.
mouth.
See?
Oh yeah,
Nice Ash is not here tonight.
Give
Neither
her
is
a
nice
shield
Kristy.
collar.
Well, it's technology, so she'll actually just start spewing out like whatever technobabble is.
Sure, yeah. You
associated
pair
with-
your systems, and she's able to make a simulation.
Oh, she's not gonna pair up anything with this woman.
Well,
What are you talking about?
throw the data through the Apple drop or something. Anyway,
Bluetooth just got turned off.
she has these numbers, and she's like, boom, and she taps it. And so it turns the combat mech's energy or oxygen recombinator, basically reverses the polarity and has it fill the field with oxygen and cycles carbon dioxide and everything. And because the mech is designed to work for weeks for one person, so it should be fine to do it for a short time with all of you, as long as the bubble does not lose containment.
You have suspicious faces over here.
Alecto is just in her brain, hot to go, just over and over again. HOTOGO. You guys come up with the plan. It's fine. Trust you.
Now, when it's playing in Alecto's head, is it like a really good version, or is it perhaps a mediocre version?
I mean, it's a cover from another galaxy.
Right.
bound to
So
be
it's who
strange.
knows how long this cover has been redone. It's like a game of telephone.
Oh god.
So
Yeah.
I mean, for all we know, it sounds like Johnny Cash covering it. It's real morose.
Jeff, I can roll for this information if you want, but do I get the idea that Dr. Danlo is on any kind of magical vibe?
Are you accessing Goatman technology?
I
Or do you
don't.
just want to do like a magic sense roll?
I just want to know if she can do magic.
You feel like you would have noticed by now if she was that sort of person. But I'll let you roll just to maybe you super botch.
I can roll. It's not a super botch, but it's a 2, so I don't know any more than I think I do. So
Yeah, she seems mundane.
I'm just gonna go ahead and think on over to Keziah and be like, just remember that if we need to communicate something that we don't want Danlo to know, then we can just do it here.
She'll think back. Right.
So if anything goes south, we get squirrely on it.
Not that I condone accessing goat god powers, but I would not be upset if that were to happen.
Duly noted. It's that I'm pretty sure that solidifies it. The second anything goes like a wonky direction, I think Gale's gonna go for it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we have a consensus.
Consensus a go.
Okay, so we'll just cut to a weird, funked out version of Hot to Go as you descend the lift tube, like holding short lengths of rope attached to what's his name. And you're in your, I don't know why I always forget Crunch's name. It's ridiculous. Anyway, you're trailing behind Crunch, and you've got this bubble of oxygen. And, it's all serene as you float down. And you hit the base of the ground there, and Crunch yanks open the lift gate, and you start heading down into the depths of this prison. You repeat your tracks, and you get to the airlock hatch device. Everything seems to be functioning normally. Kolar sees everybody's indecision and goes over and is like, why is everybody just standing around? And he like,
I thought we were waiting for. I thought Crunch had to open it up.
I mean, Crunch is just standing there. Kolar goes over and like, wait.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Muted?
I was just wondering what that cool song Alecto's been humming all the way down. It's a real banger.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O, you can take me hot to go.
All right, so I guess I'm going to try to repeat. I got some real doubts Crunch can do this, but sure. I'm going to have Crunch try and repeat all the steps necessary to open this door. Is that a roll, or should we just figure?
No, the airlock has been fully drained. So all you do is start the cycle. Door will slowly open. And once everybody's inside, you hit the shutdown switch and it'll close.
Done.
Who's going in first?
Well, we're all in a bubble.
Yeah. So we're all going to have to roll in at the same time.
Okay. So you're going to wait till the door is fully open. Mm-hmm. So the door's fully open. There's nobody hiding in there, so it looks safe. Kolar's just itching to go. Oh, Ash has a joke in the chat. You want to read that for us?
That means I got to sing.
So good.
Simultaneous bad joke.
Yeah.
It's really good.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O-T. You can take me hot to goat. You know, because of the magic goat man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's his
All
theme
right.
song.
That could be our team name.
Hot to goat. Okay. It'll be hard to explain to people you meet, but you know, it's fine. Some names are just weird. I mean, yeah.
Well, between hot to goat and those people.
Mm-hmm. Definitely superior. So, there's nobody in the airlock. Kolar and Tarun and Danlo Grace, shuffle in.
A shuffle in?
I think we all shuffle in.
Yeah,
Anybody who
shuffling.
doesn't is just gonna fall down at the bottom or the back of the hamster ball.
And then roll as the ball rolls forward.
Yep.
Once you're all in, somebody hits the button and the hatch slowly shuts. Water starts draining, and finally, you're just in this room with these faint red lights, and water drains down through the grates, and the other door starts to slowly open.
Alecto will move up to the front and, get ready to fight.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh
Boy.
Ooh.
Finally, some good fucking initiative.
What was that?
That was my empty glass of water.
Oh,
Oh.
good thing it was empty. That's something. I can't see.
Wow, you
It's,
exploded and then got a 9. Goddamn.
it's 10 and 19. Yeah, it's a 10 and a 9. So
Wow.
Good gravy.
I was expecting something to happen.
You're gonna go first and then first again.
Yeah.
Double first.
What the fuck is my wind? I went down to spells when I should have gone to my actual fucking stats. All right, so 20.
Keziah has an 18.
20 for Gale, 18 for Keziah. Crunch?
11.
That's
Okay.
still good.
You're not last.
This mech is slowing me down, you know? I don't have my quick moves like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Alecto. You hear a sort of hissing noise that might be like an air compressor, something like that.
All right. Well, as the door starts to open, she'll like drop into a horse stance with her feet just slightly wider than shoulder length, and her hips down low, and brings her arms wide open and begins channeling her chi.
So you're basically holding an action.
Yes.
Okay. Gale, the door opens wider, and you can see faint shapes, and a few red lights appear, like in your general direction, as if like people have laser sights.
I think she's just. First, she wants to say, "Everyone spread out. They have laser sights. They're targeting. If we get close to each other, we're fucked." And I think I'm gonna ready a blast. I'm not gonna go yet, but if someone takes a shot, I'm blasting.
Okay.
So, just real quick, on the other side, there's no water. Like, no water is coming
Right.
back in.
None.
Okay. Does that change your action, Ash?
No, I'm waiting. What I'm doing is I'm waiting for the door to be completely open or for
Okay.
someone to attack.
Okay. I just was making sure that didn't.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Gale's holding a blast. Keziah, you get a good look. You can see people in sort of hunkered down position. They've got snubby little firearms of some kind. A couple of them have hoses to big tanks on their backs. Everybody has personal shields, except those two. But they're sort of behind everyone else, so it would be hard to get to them.
Keziah is going to reshape the shield so that it is as it'll cover the opening
Okay.
and then as big of a like rectangle as she can make it. So basically she'll make sure that the opening is covered with shield.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's also giving like as much cube of moving.
You can basically
space.
fill this space with your force field,
Okay.
so nothing can get in.
Okay. So she,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so she does that, and then she's going to move I assume there's going to be like a lip on either side of the.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to move into the lip of.
Are you going
opening.
outside the airlock or staying to one side?
No, she'll stay inside because
Okay.
she's going to stay inside of her shield.
Yeah.
But
so you
she's just
nudge up
moving.
against the wall.
Yeah.
Keziah, does your shield go both ways? So does
You
it
can
block
leave.
things? But
You can leave.
Okay,
Is it permeable? Because could you
Right.
shoot out of it?
yeah. I'm readying a ranged attack. So will it hit the shield and stop, or
I think we've decided before that I can make it so it's permeable from one side.
okay?
Yeah.
So I will do that as well. So anybody who's on our side, not our friends, but people who are on this side of the shield can shoot out of it.
Okay. Cool beans. Cool.
Okay. 4 blasts come in. 3 hit the shield.
Do you need me to roll for the strength of the shield?
Yes.
Okay. A 19?
19. So a 20-pointer. And would you like to beef it up with any...
Yeah, I'll put an
Vitality.
action point into it.
Oh, an action point? Okay,
Yeah.
so 25. It is wiped out. They're using like some kind of energy beam that is designed to pierce shields. And so the whole area just floods with energy blasts, and you're all just... But they weren't directed at anybody, so they were just to pierce the shield. But the shield is indeed gone. And now you two can act
Okay.
with your held
Yes.
items.
Okay. So when the door is fully open, Alecto is going to clap her hands together with this held chi. And it's like the Incredible Hulk kind of thing where it sends out a shockwave. And so for up to 20 meters out, in a cone that ends in 6 meters, whatever the, from the origin point of 6 meters out to 20, whatever Pythagorean theorem. It does 2d6 damage, and everyone has to make an earth check or be knocked prone.
Is that everyone?
No, everyone in the shockwave.
Okay.
So everyone outside of the airlock, essentially. But I never really worked out the mechanics of this, so if I have to roll to strike or if they have to save.
I won't make you roll to strike unless you want to try to like do it better, but that could also risk it not being as good.
I'm going to risk it.
Okay.
So let's see, that's a 9 plus 8, 17 plus my wind. So it's pretty high. It's like 29.
Yeah, I'll say you get an extra 3 per die. So even with all that, it doesn't pierce their force fields. And of course they have to match that or fall down, which they cannot. So yeah, everybody falls down.
Boom.
So now the gassers will be at a minus because they're on their asses, but they will try to shoot into the airlock. Oh my god, that's a super botch. So a canister appears in front of your face there, Alecto, and explodes, and gas hits you full in the face.
Oh, AJ gets his held action.
Oh, that's right, AJ. What are you gonna do? You're gonna blast, right?
I have a blast prepared. Is that on a single person or is that an area of effect? I forget.
That's just an area effect. They're all within your area effect. So,
Wonderful. I'm just going to place it right smack dab in the center of them and just...
okay, let's call this 5d6 damage.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need another one. How about you? That's 5. All right. Oh, wait. One of these is a 6. I need to re-roll that. But let me do math first. That'll be 22.
22. So 11 to one of the gassers and one of the plastics. Okay. So all their force fields are gone. And they're in various states of asses having been kicked. Now the gas canister explodes in front of you, Alecto. Everybody has to give me water checks. Except Crunch, who is immune inside his suit.
Can I add endurance to this, perhaps?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. You're not just holding your breath. It's like getting in all your
Pores and things.
eyes and shit.
Yeah,
your
it's like
ears.
tear gas.
Fuck.
Okay. So you said it was earth check?
Water.
Water check. Okay, 17.
And Jayme, what are you hoping for?
That we all get mech suits someday. And then we'll be like a mech squad.
Yes. Oh, I want a magic mech. Oh, Jeff, that's on the wish list, baby.
Or one of those Robotech mechs that, the motorcycle that turns into the flying thing
Yes.
with the rocket packs. Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Anyway, let me just do some math real quick.
Keziah has a 15.
Okay. Did anybody get a 20?
Mm-hmm.
I believe I did because I have indefatigable.
Nice. Did anybody get below a 15?
I think so.
Keziah, what'd you get? You got a 19?
15.
15. Okay, so you are stunned and unable to act.
Can I spend an action point so I'm not stunned and unable to act?
Yes.
I
So
will do
everybody
that.
takes 2d6 damage that goes right through armor.
Ouch.
Everybody takes 3 damage.
Womp, womp.
And so Tarun is just hacking and completely incapacitated. The rest of you are like covering your eyes and mouth and stuff. And until you get out, you're going to have to keep making those checks. And the smoke is billowing back towards these guys, but you see they have gas masks. And now it is Crunch's turn.
So, how big is the room that we're facing?
It's maybe 25 feet on a side, and it just goes straight forever into the gloom.
Would it be possible for me to like punt the smoke canister down the hallway?
It exploded.
Oh,
So
I
its
thought it was
payload
just
is-
okay.
It's kind of like an egg full of powder, just kind of filled the space.
It's my least favorite practical joke. I'm just gonna shoot them with my mech guns.
You don't have mech guns. You have like handheld weaponry. So
Okay.
you have your laser pistol or a assault rifle.
Yes, they're about to get rifled.
Okay. This is close range, so you're going to do 46 with each shot. Which weapon are you using?
Well, I don't have the stats for the rifle written down.
It's like 46. You can shoot a 3-round burst. or you can use the underbarrel grenade launcher.
That one.
Okay. So they're tactical grenades, so you have to hit a
No!
person rather than like lob it.
What would happen if, say, Crunch tried to fire a grenade and rolled a 1?
Let's find out.
You can spend an action point and reroll.
That yes, because I don't want to kill everyone.
Wait, you don't?
No, not in here, out there. Just
I was really into it.
Okay.
Everyone
campaign's
reroll.
over.
Reroll.
Okay.
And it's easier to hit them because they are prone.
This time I rolled a 9. Good thinking, Keziah. So that's a 20 total, I believe, to hit.
Or is it harder to hit them with a ranged weapon? In D&D, it's harder to hit with a ranged weapon when they're prone. But they're so close.
And it's a grenade.
Yeah.
It's a
So
grenade,
It kind of goes
yeah.
up and down.
It lands like right on one of their bellies. Just like, and then
Are you shooting a rifle shield guy or a suit wearer?
I'm gonna say rifle shield guy.
Okay.
Are the shields still up?
One
No.
shield and one rifle person are still on their feet.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and hit their bosses in the back. I'm just assuming they're the bosses. They're all in the back and everything.
You mean
know?
the guy with the gas machines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 46.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 6. Another 6.
Yay!
And a 2. Okay, so 3 4s, 2 6s, and a 2. So that's
22.
20. Yeah?
No, 3 4s
Three
is
fours.
12, plus another 12 is 24, plus
Oh,
2 is
12, sorry.
26.
26. And their shields are gone.
Ha.
So oh shit. So yeah, they take a massive blast to their chest and they stumble backwards. But they manage to stay on their feet. And yeah, it looks real nasty. They're coughing and choking and yeah, it was a nasty hit. Are you going to stay here in the airlock?
Maybe I'll just like charge forward into the fray to kind of draw fire off the civilians in the back.
Smart. Best way to use the mech is to get right up in that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you run up to these guys, to the closest one with the gun who's still standing. And now it's Danlo, Grace, and Kolar's turn. I think Kolar is going to help Tarun escape the gas. So they're slowly leaving the airlock. Danlo, Grace runs forward and like a quarterback following a blocker right behind Crunch into the fray. And she says, "Don't kill me! I'm Dr. Danlo Grace!"
Oh.
Alecto,
Yo.
your turn.
Okay. So, I have a martial arts skill called Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, if you take somebody out, you can continue on.
Continue. That's what I thought it was. Okay. So, Electa was going to rush the boss and, I don't know, just rush forward and drop a fist on his head or something. And then we'll go from there with my other 2 attacks.
Okay, if you want to get to one of those suit wearers, you'll have to go past one of the gunmen.
Okay.
So he could take a shot at you. Well, I think the area is wide enough that you'll only risk an opportunity attack from one guy that's prone. So
Yeah.
you should be fine.
That was my idea. They're prone, so I'll just run. Okay. Yeah, I'll curb stomp them if I have to as I run past. Mudhole stomp one. But yeah, I'll take the hit.
Okay. Roll me a martial arts check to dodge that action.
So that's 8 plus 4, it's 12 plus 12, 24.
Yeah, he swings his rifle and then tries to kick you in the butt as you go by. Fails miserably.
I do a little flip.
Yeah, you come around Crunch's mech suit and you're right there. Do you want to take out the standing suit person or the one on their back?
The one that Crunch hit with the grenade.
Okay, yeah, the standing one.
So that's a 7 plus 8, 15 plus 4, 19. It's a big number. It's a big number above 20.
I'll need to know what it is because they rolled a 10.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
So 27.
They deftly dodge your attack.
Can I throw an action point in to add
Of
more
course.
points? How
You
many
hit.
points is that? Okay.
All right, do the damage. They have some kind of armor, so it'll
Okay.
resist some of your attack.
Ooh, and I rolled a 6. Total of 19 points of damage.
Okay. You get him right in the area where the grenade had ripped off like half of its armor on the right side. Punch and hit it right under the heart. And the guy just tumbles backwards and shakes. Eyes flutter back in his head and he drops.
Right on. So I'll move on to the next guy. Little Rolling Thunder.
That's the one on the ground.
The one on the ground. And I'll do the elbow drop or whatever.
Hell yeah. He will try to dodge and rolls a 1.
I rolled a 10. What a waste. So
How do you incapacitate this individual?
said I'm going to drop, leap up into the air and come down on his clavicle with my elbow.
Ow. Jesus.
Is the intention to end his existence or just to
yes.
knock him out?
Yes.
Okay.
Knocking him out is a bonus. If I can, or I guess, yeah, it's lethal. It's a lethal attack.
Your elbow tweaks a little bit as you feel their vertebrae and shit just sort of going directions they shouldn't go, and they stop moving.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on to Rando.
Another
attack.
person lying
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah, so I'll flip in the air and drop a knee, I guess. And then bounce back onto my feet. So I rolled an 8 to hit.
Yes.
So something in the 20s.
Yeah, you hit. Roll and add 2 per die.
I rolled
Or
a
wait,
6.
no, 1 per die.
1 per die. So 17 plus 4, 21 points of damage.
Their force field was already gone, and they were extremely damaged by the blast. Yeah, you just bring your foot down. They go night-night. Oh, they managed to retain consciousness. Who's up next? Gale.
How many friends do we got left?
Ooh, that one's down. That one's down. There's one rifle person standing. And 2, possibly 3 on the ground that might still be kicking.
All right. I would love to do a dual wield on an elemental strike. Question: if I do dual wield with that, can I do 2 different elements?
Yes.
All right. So I want to aim for one of them who's sitting, and I just want to kind of cook him with some fire.
Fuck yeah.
I guess I'll roll I'll roll for both attacks. That would be, which one is okay? So
You did not hit this person. They rolled a 33.
the sitting person got.
They're not sitting. They're sort of lying down,
They-
rolling
All
around.
right.
He rolled
Well-
behind a rock. Rolled behind somebody's corpse.
Preemptively stopped, dropped, and rolled.
You know what? I will use an action point to see if I can 10 wild it.
Oh, shit. 33?
Okay, it didn't happen. But I mean, actually, wait. I'll still have spent the action point for sure, but I do have Bless.
Oh my god, how did we forget you have blessed?
I forgot it for so long until I sent Kristy my character sheet.
Okay. I'll say because you're dual wielding, I'll just let you cook two guys.
Okay, so the first one I want to hit with a fire thingy. Bam, bam.
Okay.
Second one, I want to tell a good story about my good friend Kip. I want to take the one standing and freeze him where he is.
Okay. So you'll do max damage. I'll just roll to see if they stay awake. They both drop or stand in place respectively. Next up is you could run further down the tunnel if you want to get away from them, or you could stay with the group.
I want to stay with the group.
Okay. Keziah.
Keziah is going to whip Danlo Grace.
To what end?
To what end?
Just to whip her.
Well, like, are you hurting her? Are you poisoning her? Are you grabbing her to bring her back? Like,
She will both grab her
mhm.
and pull her back and fill her full of sedatives.
That seems like too much to do in a single round.
Okay, then she'll fill her full of sedatives.
Okay.
So that is to actually hit her. That's a 23.
I'll give you a bonus because she was not expecting an attack from the rear. So, yeah, you beat her. So it'll be 3d6 plus 1 per die. And she has to roll or be incapacitated. She resists your poison.
It's not really a poison. It's not really a poison. It's just sedative. Do you want me to roll damage even though all I was doing was administering
It's purely
medicine?
a sedative?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you don't need damage.
Maybe rather than damage, have it be like a water check.
I
for
did.
her.
She got a really
okay.
a big water check. Ooh, Ash has a good idea. We should give Keziah 3 more whips. Then she could grab, pull, damage, and poison in one turn. Dr. Keziah Puss.
Space Spider-Man's most fearsome foe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The question is, what kind of whip? Do we get her a Bugatti or?
So she had to move out to be within 10 feet of
Cool.
the doctor.
So yeah, you're pretty close to the dock. You dose her. She is fighting it off. She will be at a -2 to her actions for now, unless she can somehow reverse the effects of this poison. I mean, sedative. Do you want to stay with the group or continue on further?
Well, no, she's not going to move away from here. She's basically... Like, right now she has her whip on the doctor, so she's not going to move away anymore. Unless she can drag the doctor with her.
Well, because you're still inside the powder area, the gas area.
Is Crunch in the gas area?
Crunch is immune to it because he's got a closed system.
Yeah, but I thought Crunch and the doctor ran out.
They are out, yeah. I just mean
Yeah.
you didn't go all the way, so you're still like in the edge of the bubble.
Okay, how much farther would Keziah have to move?
Like 10 feet.
Okay, then she'll move the 10 feet and stand over top of the doctor.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Next up are the baddies. They surrender. They like drop their weapons and hold up their hands. There's only 2 of them at this point, so and they say, just it's fine. It's cool. Don't shoot. Crunch.
Crunch shoots. No, does it look like Keziah has the doctor handled? Like, is the doctor restrained by the whip, even if she has?
She's
shrugged
just
off
right
the-
behind you. You could look and see how she's doing.
Can I go and just like scruff her like a kitten? Just like lift her up by the back of the lab coat in the
Yeah.
air? Like, nice try, betrayer.
Give us a roll. It'll be your wind check +4 for the suit.
2. So 11, so 15 total.
Do you have powered weapons?
I don't. I forgot to write down the stats of the mech when I got it. I just remember I have +4 to the rolls.
Okay, yeah. So she just managed to duck out of your way. I'll give you 2 attacks. You got 2 big arms if you want to try to get her with the left.
Additional scruffs. Just scruffs all around. Okay. Don't fail me, secondary scruff. This is embarrassing.
What do we got?
No.
It's a botch. Oh, it's just a regular botch. You're just reaching around trying to get her. This chick is well trained and squirrely. You cannot seem to get your hands on her. You see Kolar dragging Tarun out of the powder, and he collapses down in the clean area and is shaking her. She seems to be having complications from all the choking. And Alecto, it's your turn.
Keziah, see to the actress. I'll tell the 2 remaining guys who surrendered to stand back to back. And does anyone have any rope? Or is there cable laying nearby? Or
I'm willing to bet I have some in dimensional inventory.
You had to cut up Jayme's fine rope to tie everybody to his mech on the way down.
no.
So yeah, you've got like 6 foot lengths of rope.
Okay, well, I'll just start tying these
Cool.
fellas up.
R.I.P. Crunch's fine rope.
They don't deserve that rope.
It is no longer fine.
You find a couple of the others are just unconscious. But when you go to tie up the unconscious gas person, I'll say it's Alecto. Alecto, you notice a spark come from their belt where their shield generator is, and it starts to burst out with like a spiral of fire.
Can I punt them down the hallway?
Sure. Hell yeah. Give us a kick.
That's martial arts or athletics?
I think it's athletics.
Okay.
Trying to send this thing out.
8 plus Earth is 11, so 19.
19. Okay. You'll need to add 1 point to it to get it out of range
All right,
of
I'll
the
add,
flammable powder.
I'll add an action point to that then.
Okay.
Burning up the action points.
So it like as they skitter down the thing, like the flames shot out in this weird spiral. They're like tiny little bits of flammable material that go out in this cool pinwheel. And the one that it gets the closest to the powder, you see it hit just a few grains outside the general cloud, and they go in this big poofy black smoke, but it doesn't ignite the cloud itself. And that person is fucked. You just killed them.
Wonderful.
They got cooked as they were tumbling over their fire belt.
Let him cook.
Shouldn't have had a fire belt.
The screaming is pretty awful.
It's me, Nash, tonight. They don't care. Alecto's fine.
Is there a chemical wash inside the airlock?
Here in the tunnel, there's like a safety station. There's like a, various modular tools for cleaning miners,
Okay.
diggers.
It's not a place I'd want to bring
Yes.
to preschool.
Right.
Yeah. You hear and the intercom kicks on, and you hear a woman's voice says, "Well done. You have done well, friends. Please join me in the Sidewinder."
Keziah will ignore that and go back to taking care of everybody who has been poisoned by the gas.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Tarun is unconscious, but you're able to stabilize her, and she'll be fine in a few minutes.
I'm gonna think real quick to Keziah. Actually, first of all, question: did I see Keziah give Danlo those meds?
It's not Danlo. She was fine. It's Tarun, the actress.
No. I mean, did I see Keziah give Danlo the sedatives?
Oh, the sedative. Yeah, probably. I don't see why not.
All right, then I'm gonna think to Keziah. Is she out, or do I need to go goat?
Is Danlo Grace still up, or is she all woozy?
Eventually becomes catatonic and just sort of like squats in the middle of the tunnel, just kind of zoning out. She's not peeing, Jayme. Get your mind out of the gutter.
What?
No, I was just thinking that's me on any given Sunday. Is just squatting and staring off into the distance.
You on any given Sunday is just pissing in the hallway?
No, I said no. I mean, just like zoning out. Whatever.
She is temporarily pacified.
Then I will hold off for now.
I would imagine whenever we get to whatever this Sidewinder is, that may be a good time to invite our friend.
All right. I guess I just start speaking out loud now. Just, okay, so are we good? We ready to go?
Has everyone washed?
Yeah, everyone's washed. Kolar seems a little out of sorts. And as you're getting ready to go, are you going to bring the prisoners with you or leave them here?
Well, might as well bring him with us, I guess. Be my suggestion.
Okay.
Do you intend to double cross us? She's talking to Kolar.
God, no. Why would I? I got no beef with you guys. It's like, who's that voice on the thing? That sounded familiar.
I will take a guess and assume that that is the violent Pam person that the doctor was talking about.
Oh, shit.
I asked if you intended to double-cross us because the doctor also did imply that you were in on this.
I was in on this?
Yes.
That's crazy. I mean, they captured my team and I got stuck in this prison, but I didn't know who was in charge of it. They never really told me anything.
I'm going to guess that you were an agent at one time.
Yeah, you could say that. I can't say much more than that.
I understand.
Ah! And he grabs his eye and he like twitches for a second and then he falls to his knees and starts spasming like crazy.
Can she tell what's wrong with him?
His cybernetic system seems to be going into some kind of cascade failure or just catastrophic seizure of some kind.
She used cybernetics on him?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you'd
I rolled a 10.
Oh shit. Keep it rolling.
And a 6. So what's 16 plus 18? That's
34.
Yep. So 34.
So what you can get from a remote scan is that his systems are failing due to something that's happening in his code. It seems more significant than a flaw, and it's awfully bad timing for when you have to like move for him to drop like that. But without connecting physically, it's impossible to know the specifics.
He got upgraded to Windows 11.
He's making those weird grinding noises that overheated fans
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Is there a way that she can do any kind of fix that will get him through for now? Like take out his eye or
no, it's
anything?
it's his basic neural processor. Like it's a catastrophic system-wide shock.
So is he going to die?
Hard to say. Nobody could withstand this much trauma for too long.
Have you tried turning him off and then back on again?
Well, she will, I guess, if she can't do any kind of like, cybernetics that will help him in the moment, I guess she will do medicine to help him in the moment. She'll give him something that will like numb his nerves, like a numbing painkiller.
Yes, a neurolytic suppressor. It is not working. Would you like to jack in and diagnose his systems like with your cybernetic devices?
What are the chances he has a virus?
Medium to high?
No.
So he is is experiencing, even with the like neural suppressor, he's experiencing all sorts of seizures in the brain and in the brainstem. So if that goes on for too much longer, he could die.
Well, that's sad. Is there anything that can be like a I can't think of the word. You know when they make like the sleds to
like a
carry
toboggan?
people? Yeah, well, yeah, but to carry people.
Oh, like a gurney.
Yeah, but the sled type.
Ground gurney.
You know, so
There's a name for it, a travois.
Travois. It's
Yeah.
travois.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh
You
la
don't
la.
actually need to, though. There is a hover stretcher in the medical station here.
It's called a spas travois.
Well, then she will go get the hover stretcher.
Okay. Dr. Danlo Grace probably needs one too, as well as Tarun, who is recovering from the poison.
Keziah was just going to have Crunch drag
I was going to
Danlo
say
Grace,
that too.
but
Okay, that's fine. Cool. So you can stick both Tarun and Kolar on the hover stretcher.
they
And,
seem fond of each other, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they make a cute jumpsuited one arm having couple.
One eye, one arm.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Full minds.
They almost make a whole person.
Yeah, maybe we could fuse them together. Maybe we could have
Okay, now.
the other doctor, the evil doctor, sew them together somehow.
Terrible.
One eye, one arm, clear thoughts, full sports, have fun.
You complete me.
One eye, one arm, two hearts.
Aww.
One soul.
Okay. So you guys start to move, and one of the prisoners looks over at Kolar's twitching body, and he says, there's a way you could stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Care to enlighten us, since you brought it up?
Well, yeah, you gotta cut the link between the processor and his brainstem.
And would that actually kill him?
Probably not. You're a doctor, right?
Well, that was Kristy asking. I assume a 34 would have.
Yeah. You could absolutely. It would leave him quadriplegic, and he would still be blind because without a system, he was effectively blind.
Went from 2 arms to none.
But you could probably keep his organs going.
Well, that's preferable to him dying.
Okay.
So yeah, she would have done that.
Okay. Cool. So, you suspend his system. We'll say you have to put him into a cryopod so you can manage his organs and everything electronically. And it also gives you a diagnostic of all the computer things happening in his various, what do you call them, nodes? He has multiple, nodes throughout his body that can operate independently. And they're all seeming to send the virus back to each other, sort of like in this daisy chain. So when you cut the line, everything turns off, and but he's still alive. Guy says, "You're pretty good at that. We could use you on the Sidewinder."
That's nice.
Violent Pam appreciates people with top level skill.
Then why did she hire you?
Fucking get him.
Yeah, he just kind of clams up. Looks embarrassed.
Oh, doctor, I think you're going to have to treat him for a sick burn.
Okay, so we'll say you guys walk towards the hangar, and yeah, standing at the entrance to the silo, there's 2 guards, and they've put their rifles on their backs, and they're waiting for you to pass through. And you see the Sidewinder, this massive cherry red pyramid-shaped ship parked in the silo, and it's bristling with all manner of point defense cannons and little lasers and comms arrays. And there's these red circle types with their big red coats and their white masks just standing at attention, like all around the stairs up and around the ship. And they're looking down at you menacingly. Way too many baddies for you to fight if they decided to push the issue. And the ramp opens up, and you could walk up into the ship if you want.
You know, there's a lot of red here for someone who goes. I think there would be more purple for Violet Pam.
Mm-hmm.
It's Violet Pam, right? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, for sure. You did.
All right. Oh, I'll know what to address her as.
The doctor starts laughing. And she looks at you, Gale, and she says, "You can get us out of this." And she points at you. And she laughs some more, and this sort of fades.
Keziah will flick her right on the forehead.
And right after she does that, I will walk up to her and full slap her in the face.
And then Alecto will give her a little gentle boop on the nose.
All right, the camera tracks backwards up the ramp into the ship, and we see at key positions around the bottom floor are these dark-suited figures holding like weapons, and they've got cloaks, and they're shifting and hard to see, and they seem like positioned to ambush y'all if you go in there. And that'll do it.
So, real quick, Keziah will think to Gale, as much as I don't ever want to agree with this disgusting woman, I do believe this may be the time.
Yeah, it's time.
And now we can end.
Yeah.
And we hear a pan flute off in the distance.
Next episode should start with some crazy anime, like magic goat man sort of, whooshing and like
Yeah.
Gale summoning, transforming.
Let me just get my magical goat transformation.
So it's like Voltron,
Yes.
but we're all like goat robots.
I'm imagining
bots.
less Voltron, more Sailor Moon.
All right, likes.
I liked Alecto just wiping out the whole hallway full of dudes with a clap.
Oh yeah, no, vibe clap was excellent.
Yeah. And then Crunch running towards the danger this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She's growing
yeah.
up.
Very heroic.
Thank you.
That was some fast acting on the sedatives, by the way.
Mhm.
That is a big ol' like Rooney for me. That because I was getting ready to get all up in it.
Can't let her get away.
Any other likes?
I am a big fan of Alecto elbow drops. There is something, I know I shouldn't laugh this much, but there was something so funny about like a room full of downed opponents. Like they're on the ground. It's just like, nope.
Take
We
care of
One
business.
after the other.
We were attacking prone people 75% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alecto's over there just popping them like bubble wrap.
I really like how Gale has just like this like ready to go goat man plan. Just like chambered goat man for in case of emergency break glass.
I feel like she's really starting to see him as a tool at this point.
Yeah. And of course I like the Keziah shields. Keziah shields are always cool. It reminds me of the Invisible Woman. That stuff's fun.
Mhm.
But I think my favorite was just the sick burn at the
Oh,
Yeah, no,
totally.
that was
Yeah.
like random
powerful.
nameless NPC just gets ultimate sick burn.
I did love Operation Hamster Ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do. I really appreciate Keziah, like, in the middle of fighting these space pirates. Like, you know what? I was going to take a little something out on this doctor. Just take a little time out. You guys got this covered.
Mhm.
Keziah holds grudges.
Yeah. Reasonable.
I like that we're finally out of that dang prison. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We made it.
Into the arms of another prison.
Yep.
So are you guys going to stay outside of the ship or go inside it?
We'll have to find out
Out
next
next week.
episode.
Okay.
We're gonna make you prep both
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
outcomes.
That's fine. Maybe you could split up the party and do both.
Yeah.
Made a little extra work for Jeff.
The three of you go in while one goat takes on 100 dudes downstairs.
All four of us plus the NPCs split up and go in different directions doing different things.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. All right. Wishes for next time.
Mechs for everyone, duh.
With a Sailor Moon transformation.
Mhm.
That's how we get our mechs.
Yes.
Mhm.
And they're all different colors with distinct sound effects.
Mhm.
Of course.
I write music for one show already. I can't.
I'm sure there are some free anime transformation musics online. I'm sure we can find something.
Yeah, I'll do some
Stock
digging.
stock music.
All you guys have to do is come across 3 differently colored mechs. That shouldn't be too hard.
And Crunch will form the head.
Hell yeah. How do people find you on the internet, Jayme?
I'm on itch.io. Just look up Brand Off and I have free games.
Hell yes. Kristy.
I have some short stories up for free on a website called Vocal, but they're under my full name, which is real long, so look for a link in the show notes to find them, or look me up on Bluesky. I'm Kmitko there, Kmitko, and I have a pinned post with all of my links.
Alrighty. AJ.
Go to just about any social media thing and type in AJ the Slayer. If you don't find me on that one, just add some underscores between the words. You'll get there somewhere. And then also, not Kids on Bikes. That's the system that we play. That's the system. That's the game, not the actual show. The show is called Christmas Tide Ohio. And it's a wonderful show. An
Anthological?
Yes, that one. Thank you so much. It's an anthological series following children through their school life in a magical Christmas town where we deal with witchcraft and ghosts and bikes and adults who don't want to listen to children. And it's wonderful. It's great. I write the music for the podcast, so it's worth a listen.
Brilliant. I just listened to the music. It was tremendous.
Thank you.
Yes. Ash.
You can find me on Bluesky. I tell jokes under the handle of Dr. Mod, DOKTORMOD. And that's pretty much it for now. I'm the most boring out of all four of us.
Oh, it's not true.
You're not boring. You're just mean.
You can find me on all the socials at El Jefe Tacoma, and you can email the show. It's shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We have a Patreon to get all our back issues of Return of the Defiler, Rise of the Defiler, some cool side quest stuff we've done over there. And you can find all that at patreon.com/shatteredworldsrpg. Listen to my other shows. There's Everything is Awesome with Jeff and Question Mark, and Omniversal Escapades, which is every other Sunday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. All those episodes are archived on YouTube at youtube.com/Omniversal Escapades. And last but not least, The Great and Secret Knowledge. That's my speculative fiction podcast show. The second season of Doctor Who's on Disney Plus is coming to a close this weekend. And so you'll be able to hear all that content over there. We're covering Star Trek, The Next Generation, and all manner of other stuff. So check that out. It's on all your podcatchers of choice. Like us, rate us, subscribe, find us, tell your friends about us. And above all, whatever you do, keep on punching. No. Keep on force fielding. Don't plug into a computer if it's experiencing a virus.
Force that field.
Sure.
Whip it.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling. Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track, I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes, from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
So to me, Bradford pears smell like garbage, like rotting garbage. So I really have to wonder.
Well,
what
yeah.
some of you guys are eating.
I didn't associate it with that before I was dealing with other men.
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunately now I understand. Not great. Not great.
No. No, it's not. I think some people need to go to the doctor.
I think some people need to go to the shower.
Oh, that too. I don't think that's supposed to smell that way.
Introduce some pineapples, please.
Yeah. Citrus fruit is good.
Yes.
Unless you're allergic.
Oh yeah, no, that's not great, huh?
No. That's a very sad thing.
Citrus intolerant besties will find something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work the same with donuts?
Can always try.
Now I'm thinking of how different foods go into this production.
Listeners, send in your thoughts on cum flavors.
And please, only your thoughts.
Don't send
Nothing
any
else.
vials or
No.
jars. We
Yeah.
don't need any. Yeah.
This is a text-based request.
Mhm.
Yeah. Where did we go wrong, folks?
Well, I answered the Zoom call, so
I blame George Lucas for calling that music jizz.
I also blame him for that. Because what the actual fuck, George?
He wrote a story about incest, so
There's a lot of those.
There are quite a lot of those, but in the 80s, come on, my guy. 70s, sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't the first Star Wars like late 70s?
yeah.
I mean, he probably just was like, well, I'm doing mythology, so I got to do Odyssey. What's that thing called? Euripideez? Ophelius? Does anybody? The one
Are
where he
you-
bones his mom.
Oedipus.
Oedipus.
Oedipus. Oedipus Rex.
I
and all
do,
that.
however, enjoy how you completely botched the names of Orpheus and Eurydice. Which I'm assuming is what you were going for, is because Jessie was just telling me about how she went to Hades Town.
I think Euripideez is a guy. Let me look. A tragedian. Yeah, he was a playwright. But it does sound like Eurydice and Orpheus got
A little
together.
bit.
Yeah.
Euripideez nuts.
Oh!
Got him.
You walked into that one, you dumb son of a bitch.
You had to find out it was real, huh?
This is what happens. I'm sorry, Jeff. I should be. I can't keep that up for very long.
It hurts the most when you do it, Jayme.
No.
I know.
You want to know more about me, more than me about Greek shit? I will rip your ass.
Hello, Ash.
Hi.
Hi, Ash.
Thanks for being patient with my slow ass.
You're slow, Ash.
Miss Slow Ash.
Slow Ash.
Slowish.
All right. I'm going to get started. If everyone's okay with that. Ash, are you good to go?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Euripideez nuts. That was the thing you miss.
I swear to fuck. It's been 2 minutes and I already hate what I made. Jayme, I
Jayme.
swan to John. Say that out loud right now, goddammit.
I said they call that an innards tube.
Pretty good.
Listeners, you can't see our disapproving looks, but
Yeah, everyone hates me. It's great. I bask in your loathing.
No, don't get me wrong. This is great. This is great, and I'm I'm loving it.
69.
Nice.
Nice. If you could just come out of the dice tray, I would so appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love you. You're my precious dice. Thank you.